because the Bible scripture that I read this morning was actually Ezekiel 37, and you opened with about how we're all an army, right? So in that scripture, for the people here that don't know, talks about being picked up by God and put in this valley with dry bones, right? And the Lord, gives them flesh and breath. And the end of it, it says, Son of man, these bones are the people of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says, my people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live. And I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord. And that is actually perfect for my story and my spiritual awakening. 55 days ago, I was very spiritually broken. I have spinal stenosis, which is a disease of the bones, right? And I was really in a lot of pain, physically, emotionally, mentally. I was in a toxic, abusive relationship. I was working 7 days a week. I was, just in despair. Something, and I know now that it was God, finally brought me after years of just this pull, like I wanted to stop using and I couldn't. And then I was finally able to get to RCA. When I was at RCA, I had been using pills for almost 10 years. I didn't have any withdrawal. No withdrawal, right? There's only one person that could have done that. And since I've been clean and sober, I haven't had any physical pain. So that right there was the beginning of my spiritual awakening, because I realized that. And just being around people, I was no longer isolated. I was noticing the small signs, even in rehab, like my eyes were open to the signs that led me here, that led me to the people in my life today that are helping me every day. I'm not with my kids right now, and that's the hardest thing about it, because that's my end goal, right? But I just have to be patient and trust. And I do trust because I have faith that if I keep doing this, I'm on step 4, I'm working with a sponsor, I'm just one foot in front of the other, and I just have faith. So just to rewind a little bit, something I learned when I was at RCA, someone said something to me that really stuck out. He said, we all have this GPS in our life, right, that God has for us, this path. So it's like a GPS. We take some detours, but we always end up right back on the destination. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but all of us in this room are supposed to be sitting in this room right now, right here, for whatever reason. And I truly believe that. And you might go off to a detour again, but you're always going to end up right back where you're supposed to be. When I was 16 years old, before I even picked up drink or alcohol or drugs, not until I was 21. So 16 years old, right? I saw the Serenity Prayer, and I posted it on my social media. Just what could I have been going through at 16? And I was like, oh, I like this quote. So somebody had asked me, are you an AA? And no, why? So I took it down. I remembered that when I was in rehab after I had my spiritual awakening, right? So that to me was like, I've always been on this path, right? So I don't regret the pain. I don't regret the despair. I don't regret the toxic, abusive marriage. I don't regret any of it because it brought me right here. And now I truly feel like I have a purpose, right? Every day, I'm only on step 4, but every day I try to help people in the smallest ways possible. I usually sit there in the morning And I send text messages to all my friends that I met in rehab, old friends, new friends, whoever it may be. And there's just one thing before I end. I just wanted to end with this. It's the parable of the sower. It's Matthew 13. And this really stuck out to me also. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. And for me, that just means, be that last one. Be that last one that spreads. And that's about serving, right? So I really like that, my kids, and serving others in any way possible is definitely my new purpose in life. Thank you.